Okay, I'm trying to get in a good mood today.
Why am I frozen? Okay, there I am.
Yeah, you were frozen. I need to shut all my stuff down. It's a day.
It is a day.
All my
What? We
stuff
already have
down.
a troll? Somebody's already complaining about a troll?
Seriously? What are you doing, troll?
You guys just
it's
block
this early
him
in the
because I'm not
morning.
going to find him. Like,
Good morning, troll. You have nothing better to do in your mom's basement than to come and say, hi to us. Seriously, get the Cheetos off your shirt. And get your life together. Okay, everybody, please. Check out our website at chicksontheright.com. You too, troll. Check out our website. You may learn something. If you can read, I don't know if you can actually read, but if you can do that, check out our site, chicksontheright.com. Bookmark it. Go there every single day.
Every single day. Please do that.
Yeah.
It's a special day here in northern Indianapolis metro area.
Really?
Yes, I just saw a headline that says Dr. Jill Biden and Vivek Murthy are going to be at Westfield High School today. So they're like right up the street from me today. This is part of like Jill Biden's tour across schools to like talk about mental health with kids and stuff.
Yeah, I saw that Jill and Joe were at an elementary school. Was it yesterday? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
One of the Krasenstein brothers tweeted that yesterday and they were like, I think it's so cool. I mean, what would your kids say if they saw Jill and Joe at their elementary school? And I was like, my kid would be asking why you're not doing any freaking work because you've been on vacation for like the past month. Seriously, my kid would actually say that. Do some work.
My older son's former caregiver is a teacher at or teacher's aide or whatever at Westfield. So and she's pretty liberal. So I suspect that she's gonna be in some photograph. Yeah, she's gonna be loving every minute of it.
That troll should go there.
I think I got rid of that troll.
Skip on over there. Okay.
So that's happening here just like 10 minutes up the road from me. So that's neat. Yay, they're in my town. I'm super excited.
Yeah, very excited.
We've had our first exit from the GOP primary pool.
Who is it?
Suarez has suspended his campaign. I will never understand why they don't just say, I'm quitting. They always say suspended the campaign, which implies an element of temporariness. You know what I mean?
I forgot that he was in it. I totally forgot.
Suspending doesn't mean end. It means like just stop.
Like you're hanging. Yeah. You're hanging in midair. You're suspending. Yeah.
Why don't they just say, I'm done?
I'm out. I'm out, bitches. I'm out. I know.
And he's out. So
yeah. Okay. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. This is the guy who didn't know what a Uyghur was.
That's right.
Remember? You guys remember?
Remember he had blocked all the hotel rooms, all anxious about the debate. He'd gotten all of his plans made and then he didn't make the stage. And now he's like, bye.
Yeah.
He's so bye.
Yeah. Okay.
Suarez.
Sorry, I can't see any of you guys. Okay. All right. Now I can. Okay. Thank goodness.
You know, obviously thinking about everybody in the path of Idalia because it's getting bad. Like category 4 storm now has just blasted a lot of areas. Like Fort Myers got flooded again and they just recovered from last year's storm. So it's not a good thing. And of course, Governor DeSantis is leading on this like he always does. And that's great. But, you know, people need to stay safe, keep themselves safe. I saw a clip of him on Twitter where he was talking about how he had arranged with the Florida Board of Hotels or something, whatever that is, to make sure that during this hurricane that hotels accept pets. And I was like, I'm so glad he thought of that because he like gave this little address to the press to say to people, just so you know, your pets need you. And so do not leave them behind. We've made sure that hotels and shelters are taking pets. So please bring them with you. And I was like, yeah. Don't forget your pets. I love that.
I mean, do people actually do that? I guess they do. So many people like just leave their pets behind.
Can you imagine?
I can't imagine. I mean, I have 200-pound dogs.
3 of them.
I know. And I wouldn't leave them behind. They would be on my lap. I mean, I'd be riding them all the way out of town. You know, I can't imagine
those things up.
Right. I would never leave them behind. I just can't imagine people doing that, you guys.
I know. It just
Yeah.
I just can't bear it. But I love
They're
that
part of
that's,
it.
he's thinking through all of those things
Yeah.
and that's great. The reason for my name today, it's super lame, but I was having trouble being creative this morning.
It's
And so I named
Jack
myself
Ryan.
Mock
Mock
Ryan after Meg Ryan
Oh, Meg Ryan.
because Meg Ryan is making a comeback into
What?
rom-coms. She is going to be starring in a new romantic comedy with David Duchovny called What Happens Later. And I guess she co-wrote it. She's going to be either producing or directing or both. And she's going to be starring in this new rom-com.
Wow.
And I'm like kind of excited about it.
I am too. That's kind of cool. She'll be a little bit unrecognizable. She's had a lot of work done.
There's been some work.
Just a little bit of work. But
So,
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I don't know
well, good
when
for
that
her.
comes out. I just saw like a headline about it and like the poster, like the movie poster for it. And I was like,
Yeah.
look at that. I
It's
miss
a
good Meg Ryan rom-com.
Yeah, it's a post Mellencamp Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Post
Okay.
Quaid, post Mellencamp.
That's right.
So
Okay. Yeah, I'm on board.
I'm just excited because
I'll check it out.
Awesome.
I really liked her too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah.
So speaking of pets and dogs and all of the good things.
Oh no.
You guys make sure that you're feeding your dogs their rough greens.
Make sure you're doing it or you don't like your dogs. Come on.
I mean, I will say, when we talked to naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black, who is the creator of Rough Greens, one of the things that he said, and I mean, you could like actually get a little miffed at him because he's like, listen, what you're feeding your dog is dead food. And he says it in this way.
It's true. Very matter of fact.
Wrist slapped.
so matter of fact.
But he is just saying it as a matter of fact because it's true.
Right.
Like kibble is just, it's just like dead, dry food.
Right.
And the whole purpose of Rough Greens, when you sprinkle it, it's a green powder for your dogs. You sprinkle it on their food and this fills in the blanks, right? It brings dead dog food to life. And it has everything that your dog needs for good nutrition. It's got vitamins, minerals, probiotics, omega oils, antioxidants, digestive enzymes. It's got it all in this green powder. And they love it. That's the best part. I mean, dogs love it. Listen, dogs will eat just about anything.
I tasted a little bit of it. It's really pretty good.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It isn't. It's pretty good.
And
it's all natural. Yeah, it's yummy stuff.
This is the thing about, this is just, everybody wants their dogs to live longer. It's a crime. And it's, again, a question to God, right? What the heck? Why did you make turtles live 100 years?
It'll be my first question.
Yeah. And dogs like 10 to 12. What is up with that? But this helps because this is giving them what your dry kibble can't. And so if you want to try it, there's like no obligation. You can get a free jumpstart trial bag of Rough Greens. You just cover shipping. That's it. You can just visit Rough Chicks, RUFF chicks.com, and they will send you a trial bag. You can see if your dog loves it. I guarantee they will. And you're going to notice a difference in your dog, their coats, their breath, their energy level, all of it. You can check out your free bag at roughchicks.com.
Debbie asked if she can watch our deep dives from the past. And yes, you can. You can go to if you're on YouTube or whatever, you can actually click on videos and you can see.
But when did we start videoing our deep dives? It's not been all of them. Like some of the ones from the way back were never videotaped.
Oh, really? Like the one on like the one that one of the very first ones we did on men. Remember that one that we did on dudes?
I think that was an audio only. Yeah.
Really? To bring dudes back? Yeah. We're going to have to do one of those again.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
I can't remember when we started doing them on video, but it's not been that long. I mean, I think it's within the last year.
Really? Like the ones that
before that are not on video.
The ones that we recorded at MS, those weren't on video?
I mean, we were on video to make them, but then they were released as audio.
On audio? Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, then, I mean, I guess you could just go out there and look because I don't know how, maybe the past year or two they've been.
I think at least the past year, those for sure are on video.
Okay. Well, you can go back and see, but I know that on YouTube, you can just kind of go back and search. And we'll have to go see if Fallon, see how she catalogs those.
Well, they all have an episode number. That's how they differ from the Daily Show, is that they have an episode number. So like the one that we just did this last week about Daisy's crazy family.
Yeah. That's
that
crazy.
one was number 200. So that was episode 200. That was our 200th deep dive.
Yeah.
So
I hope that helps.
I hope that helps too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to some videos. I wanted to start right away with this amazing testimony from one of the Gold Star dads. And again, we've heard from them because of Daryl Issa had held a hearing for all of the Gold Star families who lost their loved ones with Biden's botched Afghanistan withdrawal. They were allowed to come and tell their stories. And so this father is, I don't know if this is from the same hearing or if there was another one, but this is new. And it's a Gold Star dad just letting Biden have it. And I can't believe I have to say, hide your kids, hide your wives about this, but I do, because he says all the things. And man, I loved every single minute of this. Listen.
2 years has gone by, and where are we? To be frank, we're knee-deep in bullshit, is where we are. Everyone who held a key position in the military still has that position or has been promoted. John Kirby still sits on his perch, which apparently faces the opposite direction from where all the action was. Blinken continues to delay key evidence by ignoring delaying subpoenas. Not a single general slapped down their stars, which should have happened 2 years ago when Biden ignored his reliable intelligence. Not a single person has been held accountable. Our so-called leader can't seem to even utter their names in public, not even once. Mr. Biden has run his entire political campaign for 50 years as the family man. Well, I've got news for you, sir. The curtain has been lifting, and that campaign slogan will never work again. We have seen what's going on in your family, and even worse, we've seen how you've been treating us as Gold Star families. And there couldn't be anything more disgusting and cowardly than the way you have treated us. You are a disgrace to this nation. You have no business having ultimate command over our military, and I regret not saying that to your face when I had the opportunity in Dover. I felt it more important to bite my tongue, but I also had more important things on my mind at that time, like receiving my son's lifeless body stateside.
God.
While I stood there on the tarmac, watching you check your watch over and over again, all I wanted to do was shout out, "It's 2:30, asshole."
Oh, God.
But out of respect to the other grieving families, I bit my tongue once again. Well, as you could probably tell by now, I'm done biting my tongue. You, sir, stole their lives, their futures, their dreams, and have ripped apart 13 families. You cannot even man up and admit that. You, sir, gave us all the title Gold Star family. You, sir, discredit honor and integrity.
I mean,
God, I feel every emotion that he's feeling, like with him. I want to hug him and I want to be angry. Everything. I'm angry with him. God bless him.
He said the things though.
Every single thing.
It's like to be said like that.
And I wouldn't care if my 13-year-old heard that. I would be like, you listen to every bit of this because that is what your president is doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just unacceptable.
Yeah, it needed to be said. I was
God bless him.
I mean, I was surprised, like when I heard that anger, and especially with, like the watch checking thing, when like he said what he wanted to say, I was like, yes, God, I hope Biden hears this.
That should be shared. It should be shared all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs to hear that.
Phenomenal. I regret to inform you that I have some KJP to foist upon you this morning. But every now and then Jake Tapper does his job. It's not particularly good at it, but every now and then he will try to do his job.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those times. So we've talked a lot about this. There's been recent polling, especially from yesterday. I think we showed some of the polling that indicates that even Democrats are like, you know what? Biden's old. He's too old. He's not going to make it through his second term.
Just a couple of them. I mean, they will cover for that guy like crazy, But every once in a while, there's like a level-headed Democrat who is like, we can't really hide this much longer. I mean, the guy is falling all over the place and he is in full-blown dementia mode. You cannot deny that.
You can't. Well, and now, what is it? Like 77% of Democrats are saying that. So now it's, it's go time, right? Like they really are starting to talk about this publicly. So KJP was on Jake Tapper's show and he really pressed her about this. There's a couple clips. I think I'll just play them right back to back. Cause she tries to dance around and like, he's so results. He's done things that no other president can do. And he's like, yeah, but he's done that. He's been in office since before you were born. Like, do you have a problem with this? And so when she starts to do the dancing, he actually pushes back, which I was like, look at you, Jake.
Right.
We see you. So I thought, all right, well, this is probably worth sharing. Here it is.
That most Americans believe that President Biden is too old to be president. The poll looked at 80-year-old President Biden versus 77-year-old Donald Trump. 77% of adults say Biden is too old to be president. 51% of adults say Trump is too old. And if you look at the breakdown by party, Republicans generally don't think of Trump's age as an issue, but both Democrats and Republicans agree Biden is too old. So here's the question. Is the White House worried that questions about President Biden's stamina could ultimately impact whether or not voters will be able to support him for a second term?
So I'm going to be careful about 2024. I can't speak to that directly, but
you can talk about the perception of the public with the president's stamina and his age.
I'm happy to talk about that. I get asked that question a lot. Here's the thing. What this president brings to this administration is wisdom and experience. And that is just
for crying out loud.
As senator, as vice president, and now as president. And we just talked about, and I appreciate the conversation that we had on Medicare, the first 10 tranche of prescription drugs that we just introduced because of the Inflation Reduction Act. And that is the thing that the president is able to do is deliver, really move forward historic pieces of legislation, change the lives of Americans for generations to come. And that is what we focus on, the president's record and what he's been able to do. He went to Kyiv. And he was there with the alarms blaring in the back. And people were so impressed that he was able to be there and look strong and represent the American people in Kyiv in a war zone country. And that's what you saw.
I'm not saying he's not able to walk.
But you're talking about his strength, right? You're talking about how he's looking right now.
I think like the average American male only lives to be 77 or something.
But here's the thing, Jake. People saw him and were impressed that he was able to do that he was able to be there and present the American people. Look, the president says this all the time. Watch him, right? Watch him. And they
are watching him. That's what I'm saying. That's the 77% who are concerned.
No. But I've had conversations with some of your colleagues in the White House press corps when we travel abroad, how it is hard for us to keep up with this president who is constantly working every day to get things done and making sure that we are delivering for the American people. And I think that's what matters. I get it. I get what you're asking me, but the record matters too, Jake. What he's been able to do, no other president has been able to do if you look at his legislative record.
Oh my God.
You mentioned.
Oh my God. Who cannot keep up with the amount of vacation that this Yahoo has taken? Raise your hand. Who would love to have as much vacation as he has? I mean, seriously. And then the going over to Kiev thing, like that. Isn't it interesting as she pulls that one out of her butt? Like,
and she's like, everybody was so impressed that he could stand upright that whole time.
Were we all impressed?
Amazing.
And a lot of people were like, that was such a photo op. Like that was such a propped thing. Yeah. I mean, give me a break. Who was impressed by that? Raise your hand.
But did you see how Jake tried?
He did a little bit. I mean, he did. It's give me a break. He pushed back. Yeah, he did push back a little bit, I guess. I'll give him a little bit, like a teeny bit of credit.
That's all you can ever really give him.
I mean, I guess there's and how he's made such a difference. I mean, he's made such a difference. Yeah, I mean, he's pushing forth the transformation that Obama wanted because we all know is pulling the strings, right? It's not Biden, it's a bunch of other people. He's a puppet. That's exactly what's happening right now in the White House. I mean, this is the thing. If they push him forward, then we know, obviously, it's a bunch of people that are running this White House, that just continue what they've done in the past however many years. But I feel like they can't go on with the charade much longer. They can't. I feel like they're probably starting to feel the pressure. They're going to have to put somebody else in there. They have to.
Well, it's very interesting you say that because Greg Ballard on Newsmax the other day said that there is something coming out in the next few weeks
Yeah.
that is going to not only prevent Biden from running again, but could also perhaps make his presidency end. Now, I know that's wishful thinking, and I have no idea what this is, but we're going to let him explain.
What
Here
he's
he
been
is.
able to do, no other
After
president
her.
has been able to do it if you look at his legislative
So-
record. And that
Okay.
matters.
You mentioned
Okay.
But he hasn't seen the half of it yet. There is an audio tape, I am told, by people in the know, not necessarily in government, not necessarily out of government. I can't say too much. But there is incontrovertible evidence of Joe Biden's corruption that is about to be made public. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen before Labor Day, but it will happen sometime between Labor Day and Halloween. This tape will be made public. I'm not sure by what entity at this point, but once it is heard, Joe Biden will have, well, he'll have only two options. Number one, he will not be able to remain a candidate for the presidency for re-election. It will be over and done with. The only thing that he might be able to do, potentially, but probably not, is remain as president. I am told this tape is that incriminating, and they're worried about it right now at the White House. They know about it. They know it's out there. There may be more than one, and it makes a lot of sense.
More incriminating than everything else that we've seen. I mean, come on.
I know. It's like at this point, I'm tired of having everybody cry wolf. Just where's the
know.
damn wolf?
I know, right? Just it's like just release it already.
Release the hound. because
Exactly.
enough.
And if somebody knows about it in the White House, then that means that there's some Republican somewhere that could probably get their hands on it and just freaking release it.
Right. What is the holdup? What are
I
we
know.
waiting
I'm
for?
just so tired of all this crap. Seriously, I'm exhausted.
Same.
There's got to be somebody who could just release it. Why it has to be between Labor Day and Halloween. Shut up, Greg Kelly.
Okay. Did I say Greg Ballard?
Is it Greg? I think you said Greg Ballard. He was the mayor of Indianapolis. It's okay. I got you. It's okay. It's early. You haven't been boned enough. Everybody needs to get
not.
boned. Everybody get
Oh
boned.
my God. I said the
Mhm.
name of the
It's okay. I
former
totally.
indie mayor.
We all knew what
Wow.
you meant, right? We all knew that she meant Greg Kelly. Greg Kelly, come on.
Yes. I don't watch that show.
I don't either. I
and
don't watch that
so
show
I did
either.
forget.
I don't
Sorry.
either. I mean,
Greg
he
Kelly.
seems like a nice guy. He's probably a nice enough guy, and I get it. Okay. We all want this stuff to happen, but release the Kraken already.
That's right.
God.
Couple people to thank. Tanya Chaplain says that's the problem. The damage he, meaning Biden, has done will last generations. Yeah, KJP's all transformational, generational change. We know, and we don't like
Yeah.
it. It's bad.
Mhm. Yeah. Remember Obama saying, was it 2008? Fundamental transformation.
Yep.
We're living it. We're
Yeah.
living it right now. How many years has it been? They're doing it right now. God,
Not
I
good.
just
Not good for anybody.
no. Mm-mm.
Darlene K, thank you. Darlene says just received my focus and recall from Healthy Cell.
Yay.
Does the company give a timeline for when it begins to kick in? I'm in school for MRI tech and need as much focus and recall as I can get. Love you, ladies. I will say within 3 months, I think is the timeline when our sales VP's husband did his lab work at the beginning when he
Was
was
it-
like vitamin free, like he'd never take it in supplements. And then 3 months later, after taking Healthy Cell, he then did
Was
his
it
lab
3?
test again, and it was that was transformational change.
Right. It was
So-
significant. Like, especially with like his B vitamins, his D vitamins, stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
there was a significant change. Yeah.
So I don't know specifically about the focus and recall, but I guarantee you, Darlene, if you reach out to them, they will be glad to answer that question. They've
Yep.
got awesome service.
They're
so
super, super great when it comes to
Yeah.
customer service. Yeah.
you can absolutely check in there. I know you mentioned that you were exhausted from all of this, the waiting for all of this
Mhm.
damning evidence, this incontrovertible evidence, and exhaustion makes me think of our friends at My Pillow.
It's a very good transition, Mom.
Thank you very much.
Very good. Good for you.
And because we've got cool mornings here in Indy right now, I have got my absolutely
I can't
delicious
wait to wear
furry
mine.
slippers, my moccasins from My Pillow. They are fantastic. And I know that they are part of the anniversary sale that's happening right now. When you buy things from our sponsors, that keeps this show alive. So we
Yes.
appreciate it every single
Please.
time you support our sponsors. And you can do that by going to mypillow.com/chicks. And listen, you're going to get great deals, not just on the original limited edition My Pillow, less than $20 for a queen size pillow. Why am I blurry? I don't
know. I was just going to ask. Oh, that's better. There you go.
But you'll also get discounts on the moccasins, the flip-flops, which are amazing. It's like walking on a cloud. The PJs, everything that you could ever hope to get at My Pillow. All of their stuff is amazing. Please treat yourself today with something at mypillow.com/ and use code chicks for the biggest
Do it.
discount.
Always code chicks. Always code chicks.
Always.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to play a video and then I want to have a discussion, and hopefully we've got some lawyers in the crowd today because I have questions. And you've probably all seen, this is one example of many that I've seen recently, and I know you all have too, of these idiotic climate protesting psychopaths who decide to sit in the middle of traffic and block traffic for miles. And they don't care if there are emergency vehicles. They don't care whose lives they are disrupting. They believe that sitting in the street and disrupting traffic will somehow pull people to their side, which is batshit thinking. And they make me rage. Like, I rage so hard when I watch these videos. Rage, like a rage that I cannot even begin to describe to you. So what you're about to see, I don't even know. This is happening all over. I think this might be from DC. And it's just an example of the kind of antics that these people are engaged in. The amount that I want to run them over. I mean,
and why don't they? I mean, I would just
illegal. They will be.
Those people. Oh, okay. I was like, I can't hit them with my car. I can't hit them with my car.
No, that's the problem. So this is what they do, right?
Just a little tappity tap. Just a little tappity tap with my SUV. I can't do that. Here's the thing.
No.
Whose mind are they changing with this shit?
Well, that's my point. When they think that they're pulling people to their cause, they're out of their minds.
No, it's like I'd be looking at. I'm like, first of all, what are you trying to get me to do? Are you trying to get me to believe that if I staple money to the clouds, that's going to help things? Is that what you're doing by standing there and like blocking my car on the way so I can't get to work? You're an idiot. You're not changing anybody's mind. Like, go get a job.
And then imagine when they keep the traffic backed up for miles, sitting there idling, how bad that is for the environment. Like,
my gosh,
literally creating more problems.
It's bad for the environment. And then people are like, they're going to do what you say. They're going to be in a rage. So by the time those people reach them, they're going to be homicidal.
Yeah. Now in Europe, I've seen videos where the drivers will get out of the cars. They will drag those idiots by their hair,
which is
to
great.
the side of the road, which is great.
Yes. Fantastic.
Which is how it needs to be handled. Unfortunately, and here's the discussion I want to have and the questions I have. That is not allowed here. Everybody knows here in America, like if you are a victim, you're going to be the one that gets in trouble, right?
Right.
So my question is, in order to prepare myself for the eventuality of coming across these psychopaths in the middle of the road, what can I carry in my car to deter them? So what am I allowed to do? Like, could I, because I asked my husband about this. I was like, what if I have like a super loud air horn and I get out of my car and I just like put it right in their ear without
that could work. That could work. But you probably still would get in trouble because we live in a world of pansies now.
I don't think I'd get in trouble if I'm not touching
for the air horn. I don't know, because they have
a question.
Well, this is the thing. They'd be like, she somehow hurt my hearing, and now I have hearing loss, and so I'm going to sue her. This is
all they had to do is get out of the road.
Right. But you say that, but this is the thing. I mean, there are people who will break into your house, try to steal a TV. They drop the TV on their toe and they'll sue you.
Right.
This is what happens in our country now. And so,
people are saying bear spray. No, you guys, that would be, I'm afraid that would be considered assault.
No, I like Julie's answer. Ruger. I like that answer.
Okay,
I
but
mean,
my
that's-
question is, what can I legally do?
Right,
Okay?
that's the
Bear
thing. I hear
spray
you.
and wasp spray are
Mhm.
going to be considered assault, you guys. You cannot
Fart
do that.
spray. Fart spray. I like that. Yeah. If it's a man, I'd like to see just a woman walk up to one of those men and just level him, you know, and just see what happens. You know, just physically move him out of the way. Just move him.
Well, you can't put hands on them, because again, they're going to
That's assault.
These people are ready to
That's assault.
absolutely get everybody arrested.
I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes an assault charge is worth it. Don't you guys think? Sometimes it's just worth it. You know, what's an assault charge, right?
I'm seeing all the same answers over and over, and I don't think they're legal, you guys. I don't think you can tase them, and I don't think you can spray them with bear spray.
Dog poop eggs. Or, you know what? If you have a dog in the car, what happens if your dog just accidentally gets loose? I don't know. Sometimes that happens.
There's got to be, I just want to have, because I know if I were with my husband, I mean, if I think I'm raging, like,
oh my God, I can't.
Rages.
Right. My husband, you don't want to, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. And my husband is a borderline boomer. They just don't. I mean, you know what I mean? He's like a Gen X that is like a boomer. You know what I mean? It would not be, I'd have to find a way to turn around to get out of there. You know what I mean? It just would not be pretty.
I do like, there's something, I guess there's like a stinky spray, like something that
fart spray.
That just like super stinks.
Mm-hmm. Fart spray. Fart spray, I think, is the answer. I think we've discovered that fart spray and spider monkeys would be great too. Spider monkeys I do like the spider monkey idea. If you had a car full of spider monkeys, I mean, that in itself would be really weird. But Mock, if anybody's going to have a car full of spider monkeys, it's going to be Mock. She's just driving down the road, listening to Robbie Williams with spider monkeys in her car. Woo! Woo! Yeah! And then all of a sudden she just stumbles upon a bunch of weird environmentalists. Oh my God, it's my lucky day. I can just release my spider monkeys. This is great. That's what would happen.
I really do want to know an effective legal way to deal with these clowns.
Yeah.
You know, I really do. Jay Carter, thank you. Jay Carter says, use a brown noise device. Brown noise is a hypothetical infrasonic frequency capable of causing fecal incontinence. Is that real?
So
That's
people just
made up.
People just poop themselves? This is brilliant. Is that what I'm hearing? People just poop themselves.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that sounds
ready because I feel like we're all
anything that makes other people poop themselves and then you can just hurry up and get out of there. That sounds brilliant. Okay.
Anyway,
right.
I'm so mad.
I love you guys. I really
makes me madder than these people.
So glad we had this discussion. Love you guys.
Still not feeling like I know what to get exactly.
Something laced with laxatives. Anything laced with laxatives. I'm on board. Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. Anyway, keep the ideas coming. You can always send them to chicks on the right rule @gmail.com.
There you go.
Unfortunately, I do need to subject you to a couple more KJP clips, but it'll end with some good things. And that is KJP was asked about this whole push of having trans people in girls' sports. And it's getting ridiculous, right? And so she's been asked, how does Joe Biden, you are the spokesperson for Joe Biden, so how does Joe Biden feel about boys playing girls' sports? How does he personally feel? That's supposed to be her job. She is terrible at it, as we know. And so here is how that went.
Question on a big election topic, transgender rights. Former Governor Nikki Haley and presidential candidate says, quote, the idea that we have biological boys playing in girls' sports, it is the women's issue of our time. Does the president agree that this is a women's rights issue?
So we've talked about this many times. This is the Title IX specifically. Look, and again, we've talked about this multiple times. It's a complicated issue, and there are a wide range of views on this. The Department of Education proposed a rule, as you know, that gives schools the flexibility to establish their own athletics policies. And so while establishing guardrails, right, to prevent discrimination against transgender kids. And that is something that is incredibly important, that the president wants to make sure that we also do that as well. So I'm just not going to get ahead of that. As I said, there's a proposed rule Title IX that the Department of Education has laid out. So I'm just not going to get ahead of that as it relates to the Department of Education.
She says nothing. She says just
does he
what?
care that girls are allowed to compete in sports without fear of injury? Does he think it's fair for girls to have to compete against biological males?
I just answered the question. It is a complicated issue. It is truly a complicated issue.
No, it's not.
A wide range of views. A wide range of views. There is no yes or no answer to this.
God. Yes, there is.
There's a rule that the Department of Education has put forward, and we're going to let that process move forward. It is, again, we want to make sure that while we establish guardrails with this rule, that we also prevent discrimination as well against transgender kids. But again, a complicated issue with a wide range of views, and we respect that.
It's infuriating. This is so infuriating. She's not answering the question. And you know what? There's not a wide range of views. There are two views. You either think that it's okay for dudes to like just trample women's sports, or you don't think it's okay.
Right.
Or you're on the side of girls and women. You're on one side or you're on the other side. Joe Biden apparently is on the side of dudes. He's on the side of dudes.
Issue, so I don't
it's
know.
Not complicated at all. Why does she blink so much? Is it like a thing with people who lie and people who are shifty?
She blinks when she lies.
When she's nervous and she lies and she's shifty, she's like very blinky. Drives me crazy. Am I the only one who notices the blinkiness? It's so blinky.
She's blinky. She's very blinky.
It's so weird.
Now, the good news is that more and more important people that are involved directly in women's sports are speaking out. One example of that, in addition to, of course, Riley Gaines, who we know and love, is the most recent one. The Independent Women's Forum put out a story about the women's lacrosse coach from Oberlin College,
which is crazy.
Who was also, she dared on her own personal page to support women in women's sports in such a way that her team, the girls that play for her lacrosse at Oberlin, ratted on her. And they told their administration, and they basically made coaching life absolutely miserable for her. She is now telling her story, and she is not going to back down from having the right opinion on this and being allowed to share it. Now, her first mistake was obviously ever taking a job at Oberlin College.
Exactly.
She even says in the longer version of this video, she talks about the fact that when she took the job at Oberlin, she believed that it was going to be a place where all views were welcome. And I was
my God.
Have you heard of Oberlin?
Right. You are out of your mind, lady. Like you're in the wrong place. Mm-hmm.
So I encourage everybody to find the full video. It's well over 10 minutes long, I think, to hear her story. You're going to get a little trailer of it right now.
Last March 20th, I was blown away that a male was being allowed to compete with women in NCAA swimming. And when Leah Thomas won, I reposted a post that said, "Congratulations to Emma Weyant." One of my own players took that post and sent it in an email to my athletic director. She's a player I was really close to, and I was shocked.
God, what a hag.
Yeah. Anyway,
what
an app is one that needs to be listened to. So
one of her own players.
Forum, that's where you find it. Look up Independent Women's Forum and you'll find that story.
Can you even imagine one of your own players doing that? Lena Dunham went to Oberlin, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That just gives you an idea of the kind of woman, the kind of girl who goes to Oberlin.
Yeah.
Like who she's dealing with. She's dealing with these like little feminazi chicks who believe that they're feminists, who believe that they are for women, but they are literally throwing women under the bus. That's who these girls are. They don't give two shits about women. They don't care about women. They want men to like invade women's spaces. That's who these girls are. They've been brainwashed, you guys. So God bless this woman for speaking up. God bless her.
Yeah.
I just can't believe what is happening in these I cannot believe what's happening in these universities and spaces and to these girls who have been absolutely and totally brainwashed.
Well, and this coach was she was told that she needed to apologize. And she was like, but
no,
I'm not sorry.
Good
So
for her.
I'm not going to do that. And so
Good
they
for her.
essentially forced her out, and now she's talking, and good on her for doing it.
God, good for her.
Timothy
It's crazy.
Ham, thank you. Timothy's back to the climate people saying, show them a job application, they will run.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like that wouldn't satisfy my rage enough if I did that. But
or a bar of soap. Yeah. God, these
Right.
people, very stinky people.
Interesting flashback that people found on and then started going viral on social media yesterday. And that is that both Mayor Pete and Vivek Ramaswamy were part of a student MSNBC hardball college tour back in 2004, where they, as Harvard students, were part of this forum where they were allowed to ask questions of some of the Democratic candidates for president. And those candidates included Dick Gephardt, Al Sharpton. And so you're about to see these two young boys, because they were 18, you guys, asking these presidential candidates questions. And interestingly, you'll see Mayor Pete questioning Dick Gephardt first. Vivek's question is the one that's really interesting, especially given what he's doing right now. But first, Mayor Pete.
Are you the only presidential candidate not attending tomorrow's youth-oriented Rock the Vote forum? And do you think young people's votes matter in your campaign?
They matter a lot. That's why I'm here tonight. And question.
Okay.
Oh my God, he's a baby.
Right? He's just a tot.
Baby. But he looks exactly the same now. That's what's so funny.
He does. Well, because he's still a baby. They both are.
Totally. He hasn't changed one bit.
Right.
Crazy.
Now, who has changed is Al Sharpton, who is now half the size that he was during this presidential race. And I will say Al Sharpton did a great job answering Vivek's question. But when you think about Vivek's candidacy now, it makes this question all the more interesting.
Good. Reverend Sharpton, hello. I'm Vivek, and I want to ask you, last week on the show we had Senator Kerry, and this week and the week before we had Senator Edwards. And my question for you is, of all the Democratic candidates out there, why should I vote for the one with the least political experience?
Well, you shouldn't, because I have the most political experience.
Oh my God, it's just so nuts.
Isn't that crazy?
So tiny. He's just like this little boy.
Yeah.
So you said he was 18.
Yeah. So there they are, side by side.
Oh my God, that is so crazy. Isn't just
that
crazy.
Bonkers?
So he's like asking, so the question was why should I vote for you? Because you have zero political experience, basically. And he has zero. Vivek also has zero political experience.
Right.
Which is an interesting question.
Right.
I don't hold that against him. He was 18. No. I wasn't asking candidate questions at 18. I wasn't like at a forum like this at 18. I was doing way stupid crap at 18. I wasn't even politically involved or like astute at 18. So I look at him, I'm like, he was just ahead of the game when it came to politics at 18 years old. God, I don't even want to tell you what I was doing at 18 years old.
Well, and anybody who's trying to hold the fact that he was, considering Democrat candidates back in his college days, that's ridiculous.
I'm not even
going to change their politics a lot.
I'm not holding,
for example,
right.
Trump voted for a zillion Democrats.
Right.
So if this is what we're going to be holding against candidates now, everybody needs to step off.
I'm not holding any of this against anybody when they were 18 years old. Because, I'm glad that nobody has video of me doing anything when I was 18. I'm just saying.
Anyway, I just thought this was super cute that they were.
They're babies.
They're just tiny tots.
Yeah, they were.
All right. So this next video is a little bit long. I know a lot of people have already seen it. It went absolutely haywire viral yesterday. And it is of a 12-year-old boy who had a Gadsden flag patch on his knapsack, his backpack, and got in trouble about it. And so his mom stealthily recorded the meeting that was, I think, held with the assistant principal, one of the assistant principals at the school in Colorado Springs. And so we may not play the whole thing, but I think it's important to hear the pushback, and it's important to watch this assistant principal just hold her hands up and say, it's just policy. It doesn't matter that the policy makes no sense and that they're lying about
the reasoning,
the origin of the flag. It doesn't matter.
And the reasoning.
They are going to continue to just do their policy. And then we'll give you an update after we watch.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's
Do they
precious.
know what the Gadsden flag is? That's a historical flag.
So they're the reason that they do not.
I love him.
The flag. The reason we
love him.
Flag is due to its origins with slavery and slave trade.
With slavery? What? Oh my God.
Reasoning behind them.
The Gadsden flag.
The "Don't Tread on Me."
Oh my God.
Which is the Gadsden flag. Okay. So he what's going to happen if he doesn't take it off?
He is able to go. I was actually just telling him, like, I was upset that he was missing so much school. I'm like, so I asked him, can he just take his stuff out of his bag and go back to class? Like, I just want him to go back to class. The bag can't go back. It's got a patch on it because we can't have that in and around other kids. So that's what I was trying to make.
That kid.
Close. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with slavery. That's like the Revolutionary War patch that was enslaved when they were fighting the British. Like that's the revolution. Maybe you're thinking of like the Confederate flag.
Okay, I am
Is there a history to it?
No, I am here to enforce the policy that was provided by the district.
Okay.
And definitely you have every right to not agree with it.
You says that he's allowed to. If you go on their website, it's says in big letters.
All I'm saying is that
unless there's a ban on patches, period. Like if you said there's no patches allowed at the school, you cannot display what you think or anything like that, or what cheer or anything like that. I think it's one-sided, because you allow some patches but not other patches.
Kids have patches like other names and the American flag and backpacks.
Yeah, that was flown during the revolution with. I just don't understand that at all.
So what I can do,
and if you go onto the ACLU's website, let's talk.
Anyway, this goes on for quite a while. And the fight is essentially the woman just keeps saying, I'm just enforcing the district policy. And this has, racist undertones. And that's just a policy. And we just can't have that back in the classroom.
Yeah,
and the mom just keeps pushing back saying, this is a revolutionary flag, has
Right.
nothing to do with slavery.
Or racism.
What's wrong with you?
Exactly. Or racism. And it just shows the ignorance of our public schools. It shines a huge light on how dumb some of these people are. And how uneducated some of these people are. Not all of them. I know there are teachers in here. I don't want to offend teachers who are really smart, but there are some really stupid freaking people in our public schools. Really stupid. And so it just shines a light on that. That's not okay. That's one of the things. And then also, who's he offending? The royal family? What the hell? Are we afraid of are we afraid of offending Brits? Sorry, Stuart the Brit.
Sorry, Stuart.
Stuart the Brit. I'm really sorry. This is the thing. So he has that on, and look at him. He's precious. He's very well behaved. He's just in there kind of going, seriously, that kid, God bless him. It's just.
Well, there's an update. So after that went crazy yesterday, the Colorado Springs school administrator said, this is only part of the story. The reason that we had a problem with the patches is not just because of the Gadsden flag, but because there were also badges of pictures of firearms, of semi-automatic weapons.
Yeah,
and those are definitely not allowed. But the thing is that the kid ended up taking off the weapons, that he took the weapons patches off and still got in trouble with the flag. So that's the first thing that they tried to say. Well, you just don't have the full story.
And they should have said that. They should have said that in there and not about the flag. You see what I'm saying? They didn't say take the gun patches off. They were talking about the flag.
He may have already done it at that point.
Yeah.
At the time that the video happened. So, so then finally yesterday, here is the statement released by the Vanguard School Board of Directors. It says, and I quote, "Yesterday, the student returned with the patch still visible on his backpack. Following the district's direction, Vanguard administrators pulled that student aside so they could speak with his parents and the district. Upon learning of these events today, the Vanguard School Board of Directors called an emergency meeting. From Vanguard's founding, we have proudly supported our Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the ordered liberty that all Americans have enjoyed for almost 250 years. The Vanguard School recognizes the historical significance of the Gadsden flag and its place in history. This incident is an occasion for us to reaffirm our deep commitment to a classical education in support of these American principles. And at this time, the Vanguard School Board and the district have informed the student's family that he may attend school with the Gadsden flag patch visible on his backpack."
Yeah, now that we've looked it up on Wikipedia.
Well, now that there was a big stink made
Yeah,
about
exactly.
it, which just goes to show you, always speak out.
Yeah, I guess. Now
Say
that,
the thing.
now that there's a big stink, and then we had a couple of our teachers look it up because they didn't know what the hell it was. Good Lord.
Well, I'm so glad that mom taped it. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that it went viral. I'm so glad that they pushed back.
Yeah.
Because look what happened.
Yeah.
Everybody learned something from that school.
Yeah, I guess. Don't be
right?
afraid to do that. And good on that kid. God bless that kid for knowing what it is. I mean, I guarantee you at least half that school, if not more, didn't even know what that flag was because they're not taught it, you guys. They're not taught what that is in school anymore. Isn't that sad?
Also, Marcus Drake, thank you. Marcus says Fox News has covered this and they might be on Hannity. Several legal firms have also stepped up to take his side. It doesn't sound like it's necessary anymore, but great. Yeah. I mean, because this is the dumbest thing ever.
It's so dumb.
It's just so dumb.
It's just the dumbest thing. I mean,
my
God,
God.
I guarantee you, like half the kids in that school don't even know what the Revolutionary War is.
I know.
I'm
It's just so
serious.
sad.
It is sad. Like this is the state of our public education now. It's like
And
that's
if you're triggered by the Sneaky Snake flag,
right.
like, we have that waving in our front yard.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Well, you're obviously a racist.
I mean, clearly.
What? It's like, what? It's so dumb. Everything is so dumb now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so dumb. I'll tell you who's not dumb, and that is our friend Zach Abraham at Bulwark Capital Management. And if you need help figuring out how to navigate this crazy financial time that we're in, there is no one better to help you than the folks at Bulwark Capital, and specifically our friend Zach Abraham. They are all about actively managing risk and looking at your financial portfolio and how all of your money is divvied up and how it's reacting to market pressures. They always want to make sure that you're protected, especially if you're nearing or in retirement. So you can visit the website at knowyourriskradio.com, or you can call to get a free copy of Zach's Common Sense Investing Guide. The number is 866-779-RISK. Investment advisory services are offered through Trek Financial LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. He is phenomenal. You will like him too. You should be watching our shows every other week that we have on all of our regular channels with him, because we always talk about like what's going on in the financial world. And it's so helpful. So you can get your own personal session with Zach. Just go to knowyourriskradio.com. All right. Lastly, I wanted to share before we get to whack, and this is kind of whack, but it relates to this whole, boys and girls sports phenomenon, all this stuff that's happening. There are women, moms in specifically, I've got 2 videos that we wanted to share with you that I swear to God, these moms have Munchausen by proxy syndrome. That's what this is. This is just abuse on a whole other level of abuse. These are moms of trans kids, and watch the kids versus the moms, especially in this first clip. Because it's not the kid who's excited to make these videos for social media. It's the mom.
Hola.
Oh my God.
He's excited to be here. Marshall, do you want to do a week 4 on testosterone, boys?
Week 4, the same.
Oh my God.
How are you feeling?
Same.
Any effects? Anything changing?
Not really.
Oh my God.
Any high points? Any good things?
Not really.
Any bad points?
Not really.
Are we struggle busing a little bit with the injection?
No, just with you, Mom. God.
To like, it's the anxiety of doing it.
Oh my God. She is insufferable.
Right?
There's a point where she's like, "You're hot." Did you?
Yeah, that's another video too where she talks about how hot he is.
She's like, "You're gonna look as hot as your dad." It's
so
disgusting.
gross.
It is so gross. This hag is disgusting. Like this is abuse.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, it's abuse. Like she legit talks to her child who was a girl at one, like she's a biological girl who's transitioning to be a boy. And she says the words, "You're going to be as hot as your dad." Oh my God. When I saw that, I was like,
I mean,
so
it
gross.
does not take a social media genius to watch that tape and know who wants to be the star here.
Or a psychologist. Like if there are psychologists / psychiatrists out there watching this, if you are worth like like your salt in being a psychiatrist, you've got to be looking at this and going, "This chick is mental."
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with these people? It's not okay what these chicks are doing to their kids.
Well, and unfortunately, she's not the only one. So we've got another example of a mom who's struggling with what to do at a swimming pool. Here is that.
Clean. I dig it. It's a hot look. Yeah.
Gross.
It's gonna be really hot.
You are going to be really hot. It's really exciting.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So gross.
So I'm at the pool and, kids have goggles on and stuff. Quintina wears a bathing suit bottom that has a skirt on it. And one of the kids went under the water and her skirt had flown up and saw that she, had junk. And said something to another kid. Like, is there something that, like, if you're a trans woman, like, is there something that you can wear that can kind of cover it up so, you look on the outside, when you're wearing certain clothes, you don't want to have a bulge, you want it to be smooth, or should I not worry about that? I don't know really how to address this issue, but any help is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, you need help.
She's only been out for August, about 8 months. And so this is like a learning process. We're on a waiting list for her to get gender affirming therapy. Obviously she's 7, so it's not anything except talk therapy.
7.
But that's what they said the first step was.
7. Yeah. So his penis is hanging out, just flying around in the water. And she's like, "Can somebody help me? I don't know what to do." But you put swim trunks on it. Okay. That's what you do. That's what you need, lady.
Oh my God.
Because it's a boy. Your child is a boy. That's why there's a penis flying around in the water. It's like, does she really need my help with this? Like, seriously, somebody needs to intervene with these lunatics.
Those moms are child abusers.
Right.
Period.
This is insanity. And that poor child, that poor 7-year-old kid who's swimming around in the water with his penis hanging out. And then there are other kids in the water. If I were a mother at that pool that had a girl or a boy swimming with that 7-year-old with this, you would not believe the words that would be flying around at that pool with we'd have a discussion. We would have a come to Jesus meeting, me and that
There
mom.
would be hands thrown.
There. It's like, what? You want help? I'll give you help. I cannot believe these women. What is even happening? And then they have the audacity to call people like me transphobic. No, you're just an idiot.
You are a child abuser.
Right. What
That's
are
all
you
you are.
doing? What are you doing to this child?
7.
Good Lord. There's
Just a
going to be
reminder
so
that
many
could be 7.
kids in like the next 10, 15, 20 years who grow up to have so many problems because of women like that.
And these are supposed to be our future leaders. So,
oh my God,
that's thinking.
So many problems, so many kids in therapy, so many kids that are transitioning. What are they detransitioning? Whatever you call it. Just so many kids with so many issues because of women like that.
Yep. C. Bob White, thank you. He says tribal rangers in Nevada wrecked roadblock protesters last week. Yeah, that was a video to behold. The rangers were just done with these climate weirdos, and they just rammed right into them. But see, they're law enforcement, so they have like a different set of rules that apply. I don't think we would be allowed to just run people over as much as I would like to in that in that circumstance. I don't think we have the same kind of leeway, but yes, I saw that and it was amazing.
Spider monkeys. You guys, spider monkeys are the answer.
Unfortunately, I feel like a lot of those climate weirdos would be like, oh, and they would think that they were cute. And
okay, well, rabid spider monkeys.
Interesting choice.
The kind that, I'm not saying that they should rip their genitals off, but I'm not saying it either. Because, you never know. There's always that one spider monkey that gets a little out of control. I'm just saying.
There's always the crazy spider monkey.
There's always the crazy monkey,
All right, let's talk about your whack. I'm going to need to share my screen for this.
Okay, you guys, there's a guy in Sweden that made a steak who looks like Trump. You remember?
It was an accident.
It was, there are people that always find Jesus in toast, like this is the equivalent of that. This is it. Can you see it?
Oh,
Can you see it? Like there's
an eye. There's an eye. There's the like gross mouth. Right
okay,
there.
Can you guys see it?
Hair.
I can't. I mean, at first I was like, he looks like angry Trump, but can you show people the sweet man from Sweden? He looked really happy. Look at him. He's all happy. He's like, hi, I'm a dude from Sweden. Look at me. Hi. And then they ate it. Of course they ate the steak, but he's like, I had to take a picture of it first. Cause it looked like, Trump. It's just,
well,
I thought it was
the whole article is like filled with puns, which is my favorite.
I know,
like
right
underneath this, it says, following his unmistakable discovery, he snapped a pic with his phone and then sent it to his sons who had a cow.
Oh my God, leave it to them. Leave it to the post. I swear to God. It's just so funny. Yeah. Anyways, I mean, I could sort of see it. And so I was like, I have to share it with you guys. This is the greatest. I love it. Cause I mean, people are always seeing Jesus and stuff,
They are.
Always. I mean, it's always like in toast and other things. And people eat it or they save it. They save the toast and they try to somehow preserve it in a Ziploc bag forever. And they're like, it's Jesus. It's Jesus. Look, it's Jesus. And so I was like, I wonder if he's going to keep it, like keep the steak or something. No, they didn't. They didn't keep the steak. They ate it. They ate.
Pictures live forever.
They ate Trump's head. Yeah. So anyways, I thought it was really interesting. Make ribeye great again. That's right, Darren.
Well, and it was so funny because in somewhere in their article too, it said, he posted it on Facebook and it got like 1,000 likes. And so somehow, based on just that, the New York Post had a staff member who thought, you know what, this deserves international coverage.
It does. It's just, I mean, we got, and we're talking about it on our show.
Talking about it.
Of course. Right. I mean, it's like, and I was thinking, how can I do a Swedish accent? It's like the steak is okie dokie. That's the only Swedish I can do. And somebody just said bork, bork, bork. And
exactly.
That's the only, I don't do Swedish accents, but I thought it's kind of neat that a guy in Sweden did that. It wasn't like an American thing. It was just some guy. It's international.
Yeah.
So that's kind of sweet. Yeah. There you go. It's a Swedish Trump.
It is time for some My Pillow talks. The crazy plain lady of that mother effer isn't real fame is back and flying. She was caught up with at an airport.
Oh my God.
And you're going to have to explain to me why she can't talk about the incident. Because I don't get it.
Why is she let on a plane?
Well, great question.
I got to ask you, how does it feel to be traveling again?
Great.
In the airport again after what you went through?
It doesn't look like her.
Right?
It's been good. Yeah.
Are you doing anything differently? Like, when you're getting ready to travel, or was there any new techniques you used?
No.
No?
No.
But a lot of people are curious what exactly you saw, because you alluded to what you saw, but like we just want to know, like, what did you see?
I mean, thanks for asking that, but I have been told I cannot comment on it right now.
I see. Are you going to have a full kind of interview somewhere, or like what's going on? What's the deal? What's the plan
rate
on?
It's going. I feel like it's going to have to happen.
Yeah.
So yes, there's some things in the works, mostly nonprofit charity stuff. But I've been trying to like lay low for the most.
I just can't. She's trying to lay low by wearing the exact same freaking outfit. So
what
she's
is
totally recognizable?
Right. What is that? What is the shirt get up? What is that? And the same jean? What is that?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Like,
And she looks.
I've been told I can't talk about it. From who? What the hell?
I know. What is there? Are they coming out with a documentary? And yes, she probably needs a bra. She may need a bra.
Yeah.
That's a good suggestion.
I'm telling her right now.
She needs a supportive bra. I don't understand that whole thing was. It's so dumb now. Now she's like, I need to contact my entire PR team about me getting up and acting batshit on a plane. Now I have
interviewed by the President of the United States.
No paparazzi. It's like, I need to contact my team. Okay. I need to contact everybody on my team because now I have an entourage because I got up and I acted crazy on a plane. I mean, this is what we're doing as a society now.
I love that he was like, so are you going to be like talking about this? And she's like, yeah, probably through a nonprofit charity. What? What the hell? What are you even saying?
This is just so dumb.
So dumb.
This is all so dumb. Did you see a lizard man or did you not see a lizard man?
Right. This is what we need to know.
Answer the question, lady.
Was the MFer real or not?
Exactly. That's all we want to know. And then shut up. We don't want to ever see you again.
I know we've shown her before, but now she's starting to make headlines on the Daily Mail. And I'm speaking of Eugenia Cooney, I think is her name. She is the completely anorexic TikToker who inexplicably has gajillions of followers. I had to like her post for this to appear, for me to share it. I'm going to unlike it immediately after I show it to you. But now the Daily Mail has picked it up because now she's going to die like any moment.
Oh my God.
You're going to see an obituary for this girl. I'm going to mute it because it's just music, but watch.
Oh my God, Mom. Oh my
Look
God. Why are you oh my God, why? Why do people, why do they do this? Why do people watch this?
How is she moving? How is she upright?
Oh my God. I'm just so horrified by this. I'm just,
oh my God.
Why is there a Christmas tree in the background?
I have no idea because this was posted a day ago.
Oh my God.
Isn't it just horrid? It's just horrific. I've never
It's absolutely horrific. But she does make me want to decorate for Christmas. I mean, I'm not going to lie. You guys, I really want to decorate for Christmas.
Wait, I have to immediately unlike that.
You have to unlike it right now. Unlike it. I can't. Oh my God. Just
so
make
gross.
it stop. Make it stop. I can't ever look at that again. I can't.
So gross.
Oh my God.
Okay, we have, there's a woman that is making a tearful confession that needs, I know you don't like people who cry on TikTok and neither do I.
I'm kind of just, I know.
But this is an important confession and she needs to get it off her chest, you guys.
Okay.
So just give her a moment.
I have a confession to make. And I know that I will most likely be ostracized from society entirely. And I will probably lose a lot of followers. But I just wanted to say that I am sorry. I am sorry if I hurt anyone. I know that's hard to believe, but this truly has nothing to do with you. And everything to do with me. But I know I know that my actions have consequences.
Oh my God, get to the point.
I have never once tried a pumpkin spice latte. Not even a sip. Oh God.
I love that at the end she was like, oh God. No. Okay, I've got to address this person.
What?
Daryl. Okay, so Daryl just said about that Eugenia person. Eugenia Cooney is actually a really sweet and good-natured person. I used to watch her on Twitch. She is one of the good ones. She is promoting something that is so dangerous. I don't care how sweet she is. The fact that she is using her platform to display her body in that state is sending a terrifyingly dangerous message to girls. And it's a problem.
Agreed.
It might be
Agreed.
as sweet as the day is long, but this is yikes, like in a big way.
She needs to be in a facility.
Right. And she
immediately.
I mean, and honestly, like TikTok, they banned one of my videos like just the other day. I don't even remember. I think I was like making fun of somebody who was saying that time blindness is like preventing them from being at work on time. And I got banned for that.
I've only had like 3 videos on TikTok and they banned my second one. I just stopped TikTok altogether because
that's so ridiculous.
Yeah, because I put like a needle in a cow and it drained a cyst. I mean, like I said, screw TikTok. I mean, they're ridiculous and they don't ban this chick.
Right. That's the point, is that they should not allow something that horrifying to be. If we're getting banned for saying things, she needs to be banned for showing things.
Right.
That is really, really.
This is insane. Nice. Exactly. It's insane. TikTok is insane when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I absolutely agree. That's why I refuse to be on it.
Oh my God. You're going to love this. Everybody's going to love this. You know why? Because of balls.
Balls, you guys, balls. Exactly.
I'm just laying here minding my own damn business and then bam. Fucking baby playing with my balls. What the fuck? I'm just laying here minding my own damn business.
Oh my God, that is the greatest thing. It's the greatest. That's so great. I just
wanted to play. I mean, it did look like
we will send videos like this. There are so many videos like that, and we will send, like from Instagram, we'll send videos back and forth to our older kids like that with dogs. Because as you know, my dog Cash and Coda will be like this too. They're both intact. People give us crap about that, but we live in the country, and you know what? They don't get as many health problems. You can fight me on that all day long, but that's just the way that it's going to be. So our two boy Danes will be intact, and those things will just swing to the ground. And it just is what it is. I put up a post the other day that had Cash like barking at the TV, and so a couple people from like the insiders, people that follow us, came to the comments like, "I'm just here for the ball comments for Cash," and I was dying. I'm like, yeah, he does have a large set of those.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I think yes. I wanted to. This is hilarious too.
The greatest. God, so great. So great.
I love that so much. And then also lastly, because then I have an appointment at 9:30 that I need to get to. There is a guy who has decided to recreate the personality of every one of his wife's favorite romance novels. He's pretending to be one of the heroes, the protagonists in the romance novels, and he's perfect at it.
Since the moment we met yesterday afternoon, I can't imagine myself with anyone else. And the thought of you with anyone else,
the music,
makes me want to go absolutely feral. What do I do for work? I mean, I don't know if I could call it a job really, but I run a nonprofit, and what we do and what I do is I tongue bathe orphaned kittens, that have lost their mothers, and just to make them feel whole again.
God, I love it. That's so great.
And I'm a billionaire.
I'm a billionaire.
All right, guys, we'll see you later. Oh, jeez. Who built these door frames? Well, I mean, it probably doesn't help that I'm 6'8". It's nothing. I love watching you eat cereal. You always get a little line of milk right down at the bottom of your chin. Let me.
That was so fantastic.
So
I'm
great.
6'8".
Right. I mean,
Right.
it might have something to do with that. I don't know.
Right. Exactly.
Anyway,
You
those are
guys,
your talks for
okay,
today.
those are great talks. Those were really great talks. The goat was like top notch.
Oh my God, the
It was
goat.
chef's kiss, as the kids would say. Are you getting up? Are you getting up? You know, he got up once earlier because we were talking about spider monkeys. I think he heard the words spider monkey and he was like, wait, what are we talking about? I need to get up.
I like both of those things.
I think I need to get up. Are you good? Come here. He already
flapped.
Did you guys see the flap? It was
I
a
did.
pre-flap. It was a
like a
premature flap. Are you coming
Yeah,
over here?
premature flapulation.
Come over here. See if you'll flap a little bit. And will you flap some more? No, I don't feel like flapping anymore. You gonna
Yeah,
give me
you
a
just
kiss?
need to kiss his face.
You gonna give me a kiss? Come here. Come here and give kisses for everybody. Come
Grab his giant noggin. There we go. Right there. Right there. Yep.
I need a kiss. Everybody needs kisses. No more flaps. Wait. No more flaps. No more. No, there's no more flaps. I don't think he's flapping there. He already flapped. He already flapped, but you guys got kisses, so I'm sorry. Okay.
I don't have anything to flap today, you guys.
Everybody's like, I love it when Mock flaps.
I got no pigtails. I got nothing. I got no flapularity.
Just your head. She would just be flapping. She would just be flapping her arms. Yeah. Okay, you guys, it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yes. Everybody have an amazing Wednesday, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.